What's going on? Welcome back to the channel, back on the Arcade1up website, and it's time to talk about my most anticipated cabinet coming out this year. I hope this year anyway. I'm sure it's many of yours as well. It's the Killer Instinct cabinet. This is going to be awesome. I think it's going to be, if the emulation is correct, you're going to have the first and second Killer Instinct, the Battletoads. These are the arcade ROMs. That mystery game, which we have theorized is going to be, Battletoads and Double Dragon. But we got to talk about this design. Let's focus on the marquee for a second. So, using our legacy cabinets as a reference, you can see that this marquee is obviously different. It's placed all the way out, and it's also worth pointing out that it looks like this angle of this monitor is going to be back to the 20 degrees of the original. I don't know. Obviously, we can't confirm that, but it looks like it's leaning back versus the Mortal Kombat Legacy cabinet, which is just straight up and down. I'm sorry, the Midway Legacy cabinet. So while this aesthetically looks good, if that angle isn't correct, it's just going to be the same problem. But I think the real problem is this control panel. This is probably the biggest issue I think that I have with the legacy cabinets, and you can see that they're carrying that design styling over to this cabinet. Let's take a look at the Midway Legacy again for reference. This is well documented. You can see how the monitor is more straight up and down, and then that marquee is pushed back. It turns out to be the biggest issue is the fact that the monitor is straight up, and then the cabinet is so much lower that design just really just restricts your point of view and your off angle. There's about 1.5 inches that I can't see on that monitor, but the control panel is the real issue. Really cramped. It's a bad design, really bad design. So we can see that if you look at the Killer Instinct, they've got the same thing going on there. Now I think this is the second rendering. The first rendering was a little bit different, so they've sort of addressed I think the tilt of the monitor, but they've done nothing with the control panel. The control panel is going to be an issue. It's going to be a real issue. I'm serious. This is not a good sound design. It's not advantageous to the player itself. More room is obviously better than less room. I know people play differently, but with the issues that are well documented, we've got that design in our hands now. This is not theoretical. We've seen this, and it's a real issue. This is, for me, it's really squashing some of the excitement that I have for this cabinet. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is actually the riser. Obviously, this is a rendering. We can't really tell, but I think that a lot of the issues that we're having with viewing angles can be fixed if they use a different riser. And I'm, of course, talking about the riser that we got with the stand-up Star Wars cabinet, where this riser was much taller. And they did that on purpose because they knew that viewing angle was going to be affected if you had a stock standard riser. I think the stock riser is 12 inches. So you've got that 3 inches. This is a 15-inch riser. So that 3 inches is really that's what I think you're going to have to get that viewing angle fixed. So if we have the viewing angle fixed with the riser, if we have the marquee placement better, that monitor sort of laid back, then the only open issue for me is that control panel. Will we see a revision to this rendering? Will we see an actual product at E3? I don't know, folks. I really don't. And if they stick with this design, with the complaints, even the diehard Arcade1up lovers, which, remember, I am a fan, but I am a little more critical than others. Even those that just absolutely love the brand have a problem with this control panel. It's not ideal. And it really, really irks me because they had this right the first time. So why you would change it, I really don't know. It's tough to explain, and this is something that needs to be addressed moving forward. But anyway, those are just my thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and I will see you next time.